Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, the GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. This one is located on the defending spawn of Steps Assault. Yes, I had to work that one out for a second. And it's under the command of talon1958. Well, 10 minutes of furious battle now. They've got to defend the cap or kill all of the enemy team within the 10 minutes. And, well, the other team have got to either capture the cap or kill all of Talon's team. He's decided to go off amongst the rocks to shoot at the enemy. I must admit, the other side's a bit open, but he's a bit in a kind of dangerous position over here because the enemy team are just to the, well, the opposite side of the battlefield at the moment. He's got a 15cm howitzer capable of 600 alpha and penetrating 39mm of armor. This tank is actually designed based on the Panther tank, but never got put into production. First target is a Progetto. He's trying to work out where the guy's going. Lines up the shot, rounds out. Direct hit right on the rear of the turret, but he was seen, so he has to get back into cover quick, because the enemy Arty in this game are a Crusader SP and another GW. And yes, they're already trying to kill him, because once spotted, the enemy team will regard him as a priority target, because they know only too well how important Arty is when it comes to actually winning a battle. We can do tremendous damage at quite a distance away from the enemy. We stun their tanks, slow them down, make them easy targets for our guys. Rounds out. Well, that was very close to the Black Prince. You can see our fellow Arty in this game is another GW Panther, so we've got matched abilities. Now, we don't know what the armament is on the Crusader 5.5 SP. It could be the big gun, or it could be the stock gun, which is the same as on the Burt. Now, if it's the one on the Burt, it means he's got a tremendous firepower, but he's also got a very short range. Unfortunately, that one hit the rock face, so no damage done at all. And the enemy is starting to move around on the southeast corner. So we've kind of let them in through the back door there. You normally try to keep them away from the southeast corner because it does allow them the opportunity to try and squeeze in. He fired a blind shot just on the opportunity to, the possibility that he might hit that enemy as he's moving about behind that ridgeline. It's a good guess actually, because I would have done exactly the same. We've got a couple of tanks though up in the north, and only a Panther 88 is holding them off because the rest of the guys are much further back. And when it looks to me like that Panther 88 is just spotting for his team, rounds out in the lurver. Direct hit. Probably hit the turret though. It might be a good idea for Talon to get behind the cap now. I did get some stun assist off the lurver. Yeah, the Panthers had to fall back, and that means now the enemy's getting to a position where they might be able to spot him if he stays in front of the cap. So the best thing for him to do is actually get further back here, where he's got a bit of rock between him and the enemy on both sides. Okay, that's good. In fact, there is an enemy tank up there. There's a Gonzalo. That's the new tank, the new premium tank, which is basically the same as the Caliban, but with a 120mm gun instead of the 152. Now, the enemy just lost their lure, but we lost our Caliban. Direct hit on the A phase 1, good shot, and loads of stun assist. So that shot really did help, as his teammates managed to get some shots in just after the guy got hit and was immobilized. He was stunned at the very least, slowed down. He's going to try and put the round in. Oh, no, there he's found them. And there's the Gonzalo. Okay, in front of his path. Nice, only 57 though, because it was splash. It didn't hit him, but it has slowed him down a little. And in fact, now the enemy is coming in strength, so he has to fall back yet again. Our teammate in the other GW Panther's not doing that. He should be doing that. he doesn't do it, then he's likely to end up in a shotgun situation. And they're pushing. The enemy is really pushing. Get behind this bush. No, he's decided he's going to go a lot further away, but that will make him vulnerable to enemy coming from the other direction. He's decided he's going to sit behind this bush here. Okay. Okay, you can see how far the enemy has advanced. A long way forward. As you know, this is the first game this week on the contest between talon1958 and Aslains75. They had the contest last week, and unfortunately, because both pair were away, it was Angelina managed to get the win. In the end, she got the lion. Direct hit on the turret of the Black Prince. That was a really good shot, that one. We see where it actually went. We can't see exactly where the shell landed, but that Gonzalo is being really, really dangerous. And yes, you can see he's just taken a huge chunk out of that Vipera. Pulls back around the corner where he knows his teammates will be able to help him. In the meantime, well, we don't appear to be doing rather well on this side because they've moved up, and now we're aiming for the Super Hellcat. Talon might be able to get a hit. Oh, he does, and he gets a kill shot on the Super Hellcat, which of course, as you know, has very little armor, which makes it a prime target for an Arty shot, because the shell will normally go straight through them. Always look for the tanks which you know have got thin armor, because they're the ones which are most likely to get a penetration shot and yield you the most damage. Okay, well, we're still... The enemy's still coming forward, but unfortunately now he hasn't got a shot on that enemy, but he's now looking around. In fact, he's decided he's a little too far forward, and he's having to go back to this rock. It's the rock that I thought that it would be better to fire from. The enemy's still nearby. He's now seeking cover from an SMV-CC56, and he's just been spotted by him. Ducking into cover behind the rock face to avoid being hit. Can't be seen down here, but he can't do anything whilst he's here. And our other teammate in the other GW Panther is out in the open, and he's likely to get completely wiped out very shortly. Talon fires around it. Oh, we got a blind kill. Blind kill on the Object 274A, hiding in those bushes. Now, we need to reload so we can get a shot on that SMV-CC, but the moment he sees us, he's probably going to try. There's only 3 left on our team. We're now in a dire position. They've reached the cap with 2 minutes 30 seconds left, and he's going to have to do a shotgun if that T-30 comes around the corner. And he does. 217 hit points with direct shot to the turret. But now he's got the reload to go through. 20.36 seconds, down from 25 seconds. And the CS63 comes in behind, and that is the end of the game. Kind of unfortunate that nothing he could do. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a third-class tanker for talon1958 in the GW Panther. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 10. And no other medals, but he did get a win 8 of 2,867 because he was working very hard to help his team. But unfortunately, his team was letting him down by allowing the enemy to get so close to the cap and eventually, shotgun range, and there was nothing he could do to stop them in the end. They were just too close, too many of them, and taken out. In fact, I really put it down to the fact that the enemy didn't, the teammates didn't push forward enough on the west side of the map to stop the enemy coming around that corner. If he'd put up a defensive, they put up a defensive position up at the far end of that water area, then they might have been able to stop the enemy, because Talon might have been able to put some shells in there to actually halt them in their tracks. And as for the guys on the other side, well, they should have stopped the enemy getting into the southwest corner, southeast corner of the map, because that is really helpful once they get to those mounds, those ridge lines, because then they can start moving in from various angles to get hits on our guys. And yeah, in the end, it just fell apart because his team wasn't up to it. And you can see that in the scores, because Talon was the highest scorer on his own team. The highest scorer on the enemy team was that Gonzalo, Yep, he picked up a Spartan and a Steel Wall and 3,673 hit points, but he didn't get a high caliber, so he was probably not 20% of the enemy hit pool. The second highest damage turned out to be the T30 that Talon shotgunned right into his turret for 2,979. And the third highest damage was Talon with 1,851, which is not bad considering he was basically defending virtually all of his on his own. Most of the other teammates just weren't up to it. In fact, the other GW Panther only got 783 hit points, which shows that he's kind of inexperienced as an Arty player, probably doesn't know all the best positions to go to yet, and consequently he's making himself vulnerable and not getting enough hits. When it came to kills, the highest scorer was the T30. He got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Gonzalo, 2 kills to the CS53, and one of the Italian tank destroyers, probably the SMBCC, and also to Talon, because he got 2 kills in that one as well. But unfortunately, that still only puts him in joint third place. When it came to base XP, though, it was the Gonzalo who did the best with 1,336. 924 went to the T30, 860 went to the CS53, and you have to go, yeah, Talon is still the top on his team, but only 549 at that point. He fired 11 rounds, got 5 direct hits on the enemy, and 1 penetration. Of course, that was the Super Hellcat, no doubt about that, because he really smacked that guy. 288 hit points, but it was a direct hit that went straight through him, wiped him out altogether. When it came to the splashes, he got 9 of those as well. 1,851 hit points of damage, of which 1,634 were done at more than 300 meters. Yes, the enemy just got so close that he was actually getting damage only a short distance away. That was mainly the shot on that T30 right into his turret. 1 hit received, 1 penetration. Yes, it was the tank that killed him in the end, wiped him out. I think it was the CS63 actually that hit him, not one of the Italian tank destroyers. But he did receive 1 hit by way of splash damage, because the moment he got spotted, when he was right over on the far west side of the map, the enemy Arty was onto him straight away. 2 shots came in, one from the Crusader that missed. The other GW Panther got a bit closer, but they still didn't get it exactly right. And so he was able to get out of there before being taken out, and then went into cover as quickly as he could. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed. Didn't get a Confederate, so somebody else in the battle actually probably did get better stats. I can't see anybody else getting a Confederate. In fact, the best person on the enemy team, 6 and 3. So no, it doesn't look as if anybody else managed to get a Confederate in that one. But he did get 8 and 2, so he did destroy 6 enemy vehicles, which was subsequently taken out, or did he? No, actually, the Crusader and the Gonzalo weren't taken out, so maybe that's why he may have damaged. Well, he damaged. Oh, it's the T30 as well. So yes, 8 and 2. He didn't qualify because he's showing 3 there, and 4. No, it's only 5 here. So there's only 5 vehicles taken out by his teammates. So that's why he didn't qualify. It's saying 8 and 2, but in actual fact, there was 2 enemy tanks that weren't taken out altogether. So yes, he didn't qualify for a Confederate on that one. 84 hit points of damage assist, 768 of stun assist off 8 stuns, and he got 29 defense points by resetting the cap when he hit the T29 when he came around the corner. 33,416 credits from the game, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 15,371 credits for this battle. 823 XP, no multipliers, that's all the experience points he took away. But the thing is that even with this defeat, that still means that Talon is in the lead on this week, because he's the only replay that's come in so far. But I do expect Angelina to send one in, because after all, at this moment, it's currently Wednesday night coming into Thursday morning, and chances are that Angelina's probably going to get a game sometime during the next couple of days and send it in. And well, I would expect her to get better than 3rd place. In fact, I would expect her to possibly get an ace tanker and win it outright. But we haven't seen many ace tankers from Angelina or from Talon just recently. But certainly a 3rd class puts Talon in the lead, but he probably won't hold on to it long, so he might need to get another couple of games in before the weekend, so he can probably get that weekend lie-in. Of course, as you know, the rules of the contest is if you lose the contest, you have to get up on Sunday morning and chase after Remy as he runs around the house, turning all the lights on, switching everything on, and knocking all his toys all over the floor. And the winner gets to lie in and enjoy Sunday morning. There you go. So good incentive and good luck to both contestants. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.